What's going on, fam? It's the entertainer, motivator, educator, Lucky Murray, back with another Carolina Panthers news update. Today, we're talking about a potential Panther so fed up with the quarterback play for the Carolina Panthers. He's contemplating retirement. Yes, I know it's a little extreme, but we're going to talk about that. But before we go any further, man, here's what I need you to do. Join the Patreon. Yes, man. Let us $5, man. Help support the channel, get exclusive content. In the notes with Lucky Murray dropping today, exclusive on Patreon. The rest of you guys will get it next week sometime. So you want to check it out. Also, buy the merch. I got one of my 4-4 Club shirts on the skill on the game. Support Lucky Murray as well. And also, listen to the podcast. In the notes with Lucky Murray, that is the audio brand. You get that a few days after that, so you don't want to miss that. So get all that while you still can. But if you can't do that, like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. They'll let you know every time I drop a video. 3, share the video, helps out a ton. So let's get into this, man. So Sam Darnold is trending following Robby Anderson news. It said on Saturday morning, Carolina Panthers wide receiver Robby Anderson tweeted that he's thinking about retirement. This post immediately led to questions about his quarterback, Sam Darnold. Last season, Darnold struggled as a starting quarterback for the Panthers. He completed 59.9% of his passes for 2,527 yards with 9 touchdowns and 13 interceptions, right? Anderson, meanwhile, had the worst season of his NFL career. The talented wide receiver just had 519 yards in 17 games. Unfortunately for Anderson, he was just never really on the same page with Darnold. That being said, they did have some success together during their time on the New York Jets. Since there's a chance Anderson might retire this offseason, fans believe it's his way of saying he doesn't want to be teammates with Darnold, right? So here's Robby Anderson. He said, ain't gonna lie, thinking about retirement. And then Sam Darnold started, confirmed, So it says no one knows why Anderson is thinking about walking away from the NFL. Perhaps he's just ready to pursue other opportunities. So let's go into that, man, real quick, man. So y'all seen that it was later deleted, but in the space of social media, you cannot delete anything. Once you put it out there in the atmosphere, somebody's going to screenshot it, and it's there forever. So my thought is this. Robby Anderson did have a very, very bad year this year. You would think somebody who had over 519 yards receiving would have had a pretty decent year as far as a wide receiver in the NFL. But Robby Anderson was brought to Carolina to be that explosive guy that he was in the New York Jets. The difference between the Jets and the Panthers is that the Jets had absolutely nobody, so you could kind of be the guy because they had nobody else at that time. I think they had Jameis Crowder around that time, but they really didn't have nobody else. I think Jameis was actually in Washington at the time, but there was really nobody to throw to that Sam Darnold could trust, so that him and Robby Anderson did have a connection. I was thinking last year that Robby Anderson would click with Sam Darnold because they had that initial spark in the New York, the Jets, but it did not click well. I think that as a wide receiver, the play of your quarterback hinders your ability to really get and put up great numbers. DJ Moore put up really good numbers as well, but it wasn't impactful numbers, right? Robby Anderson, DJ needed help. There was nobody else to step up to the plate, and Robby Anderson was the guy that was supposed to be the guy to step up to the plate. So what is my thought about all of this, right? Here's the thing I'm thinking about. If you're sitting there contemplating retirement, you know what time it is. You know what, hey, man, this is for the birds. I could be doing something else instead of playing this game called football on this team called Carolina Panthers with this quarterback called Sam Darnold. So that is a indirect way of directly calling out your quarterback. Now, y'all may not agree with me, and I understand that. I understand that totally 110%. But if you're thinking about retirement, why? You got a nice contract. Your contract this year is guaranteed. You're not getting cut from the team. The Panthers should improve as far as defensive goes. We should have a more improved offense. If CMC is healthy, that means that a lot more touches will go to him and a lot less touches will go to Sam Darnold and him, throwing interceptions. So, but I think it's very funny that he mentions this in the atmosphere. Who knows what can happen? But here's what I need you to do, people. Let me know what you think about that in the comment section below. And also, man, join the Patreon. Yes, exclusive videos come from the Patreon. You don't want to miss it. So once again, it's the entertainer, motivator, educator, and please don't forget all 3. Lucky Murray back with another Carolina Panthers news update. We're talking about Robby Anderson. Decided he may call it a career after maybe learning that Sam Darnold will probably be the guy to camp. Y'all let Let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. But like always, until next time, people.